Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Echo Valley. And sorry, no Mike tonight. My daughter decided she wanted to make her own video. Check it out. I don't know what channel she has, but probably better than mine. I'm about cleaning her room. But she borrowed my mic and she let the battery die. And I tried to charge it while I went up and made my tea. Who cares, right? Let's talk about Echo Valley. Stop rambling, Jeff. Now, side story. Not that I didn't already start with a side story, but my buddy John, big Apple guy. Apple. He loves Apple. It's the greatest thing ever. So Apple TV is, of course, the greatest streaming service of all time. And now, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that streaming services are putting out these movies that we can all enjoy. Sydney Sweeney, he is also huge Sydney Sweeney fan. And now, here's the best part. I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm going to put this out. I'm going to put out a review. You'd think he might subscribe to my channel and be like, what'd you think of the movie? He's going to watch and understand. He's not. He's going to ask me tomorrow. The biggest reason I made this channel was because every time I was like, hey, did you see that movie? And I have to tell him what I thought. And so I made a whole channel of movie reviews so I don't have to answer those questions. Guess what? Nobody watches my channel, but I appreciate you watching it. Kate is dealing with a personal tragedy while owning and training horses in Echo Valley, an isolated and picturesque place, when her daughter Claire arrives at her doorstep, frightened, trembling, and covered in someone else's blood. Sounds interesting. Love it. 6.3 on IMDb, 12,288 people. Like I mentioned, Sydney Sweeney. A lot of people are going to watch it just because of that. She's great. I like her as an actress. I really, truly do. Not as much as other people do. But I like her as an actress. I don't like her for the other reason other people like her. I think she's tremendous. Julianne Moore, she's obviously awesome. Domhnall Gleeson, I don't know how I say it, but I like him as well. And that's it. Let's scroll a little bit. That's all we got. I don't know. I wasted enough of your time. Let's get into the movie, see what it's about, give you a better idea. Maybe get a microphone working, maybe not. Stick around. I will be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Echo Valley, and this is exactly what I was saying before about Sydney Sweeney. Oh, wrong way. There we go. better view of me. Sydney Sweeney. I like her for her talent. I think a lot of people like her because she's a good-looking girl, right? And only looks will get you so far. But when you see her, she is a great actress. I firmly believe that, and she takes roles that are not glamorous, not ones that are, where she's going to be seen in that sexy light, and this is one of those. Like, she's a drug addict kind of thing, but she does a great job, and I do really believe that she's talented as an actress. I think, she probably got in the door for how good she looks, and I think a lot of people like her because of that, but for me, it's really, she's got talent. Anyway, Julianne Moore, of course, obviously, great actress, has been good in everything she's ever been in. Tough movie, I think, because, like I said, Sydney Sweeney's character is a drug addict, and she's coming back to her mom all the time for like money and struggling, and that's tough to see as a parent. Like, where do you draw the line? How do you stop? How do you stop providing for your children, even though they're suffering, but they're just whatever, you know what I mean? So that's all going on in my head as I'm watching this film. Hopefully that I never get in that kind of position, but that's what it's really about. And then it even gets worse because she's, bringing, bad things towards Julianne Moore's character, her mother's character. She's single. Her wife had died, so she was married, and she got remarried to her wife, and she had died, so she's at home on this ranch by herself, trying to keep it going. And Sydney Sweeney starts bringing the bad trouble. Like, if she's addicted to drugs and she needs money and she's got a bad boyfriend and a drug dealer, all that starts to unravel in Julianne Moore's kind of window, and things start to go bad. So, a very uncomfortable plot, I guess, is my point of all of that, But as you watch it and you're seeing how it happens, it ends up great, I guess. I like what they did with the film, but for me, the whole premise of what she has to do, it just doesn't
make sense to me. And I'm going to have to talk about it more. I thought it was good, not great, too many holes for me to really, really love it. But I have to talk openly about it. So if you haven't seen it yet and you're interested, check it out for great acting, I would say. Decent plot line, but with holes. And let's talk about that. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. All right. Gleeson, whatever his name is, right? Great actor. I like him too. I didn't even get to say that before I said spoiler alert. I do like him. The whole fact that he's gonna like come in there and he's just gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna give you what I assume is heroin and just take all your keys and stuff. And I'm gonna be here for 2 days. I'm gonna live above the barn. We're gonna have dinner together, and you're gonna figure out a way to give me money. What? Okay. Like, no. And she has an iPad that she can contact anybody she wants. Okay, you have to think about it because, you don't want to reach out because she did dump a guy in the thing. Okay, all right, all that aside, she's going to figure something out. All right, now she comes out with this whole plot on burning her own barn and setting him up. Does a great job of setting him up, but goes to the lake where she dropped the dead buddy off initially. Couldn't find him the whole time, but they go in the middle of the night, in the dark, and she could find him. Come on. You know what I mean? You couldn't find him before, but there he is. You drive out there where the rock is, where the middle finger is. Oh, there he is. And we're gonna haul him all the way back. We're gonna set up this elaborate plan that we're gonna have him in there. Great. I like that, And they're gonna burn it, and he's gonna be pinned on all that. And she's gonna print out insurance documents before this all happens. All of that's gonna be there, and just that's where all the holes are. You know what I mean? Like, okay, he's gonna fall. Hey, you're gonna. Oh, and first it's like, I figured the guy took 10 grand, sell a horse for $25,000, and then give him $25,000 instead. No, he's gonna be upset. 100,000, burn the horses, and get 150. I'm like, really? Like, you just took 10. Now you're extra far. You want to take it all the way to 150, and you're gonna wait on that? Like, I don't know. And then you're gonna take out. It just doesn't. I'm just gonna drive away when she lights the fire, and she's gonna wire me the money. Like, this guy is going to believe that, okay, once the insurance goes through on this elaborate plan where I'm going to burn horses to the ground at a job that you're at, now I'm just going to wire the money. and Sydney Sweeney is now out of the picture at this point. She did her part in the beginning of scamming her out of money and living alone. Okay, but she has nothing to do with the whole third act, as we say. And it's just, I don't know. Very holy. If you've ever seen Holes, this one is that kind of movie. There you go. That's what I got. A little over the top. But hey, my buddy recommended it. I got to give it my true shake. He won't watch this. He's going to make me explain it to him tomorrow at a party we're going to be at. Guaranteed. And I'll tell you tomorrow night when I watch my next movie, see if he does. But if not, he should watch this to get my true feelings. That's it. Hopefully I was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.